We're down to our third act of the episode, and today we're going to be tackling a major myth about trauma. So let's call out this BS. You may have heard people say, not all trauma is created equal. On the surface, this might sound true. After all, a car accident and the loss of a loved one are very different experiences. But the statement often comes with an unspoken and damaging subtext that suggests that some trauma is more significant or worse than others. I am calling BS on this right now. The truth is, everyone's trauma is valid. The experience of trauma is not a competition. You can't compare one person's suffering to another's and declare a winner of who has it worse. Trauma is pain, and pain is inherently subjective. What's overwhelmingly traumatic for one person might be difficult but manageable for somebody else. It's not about the event itself, but about how your individual nervous system and emotional state respond to it. In my 16 plus years career as a nurse, I've seen some things that at first blush would be totally traumatizing to see. And don't get me wrong. On some level, some of the things I see definitely do still leave their mark and traumatize me in a way. But because of the work I do, I've worked really hard to learn how to stay mindful and focused in the face of something that could be traumatic so that I can keep the context of what I'm seeing around the response my body is having. So traumatic events don't tend to hit me quite as hard as it could for somebody who hasn't been in my, working role or who, has the experiences that I've had. But that doesn't mean that I don't think that any of the events that I could see in a day that could come across as traumatizing, that I would say, oh no, they're not actually that bad. They're not that traumatizing. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody's experience is valid. So anybody who is claiming trauma around something that they've lived needs to be listened to and taken seriously. No one can tell you that your trauma is insignificant enough to have life-altering effects. Whether you've experienced a single shocking event or a prolonged period of stress, your feelings and reactions are real and valid. Dismissing your own pain or someone else's by saying, it's not that bad, or, other people have it worse. It's incredibly harmful. It minimizes the struggle and can prevent people from actually seeking the help they need. The myth that not all trauma is created equal creates a dangerous competition. It forces people to rank their suffering and decide if their screwy side effects are deserving of attention. This is a false and damaging narrative. Healing is a journey that everybody deserves to embark on, regardless of the perceived severity of their trauma. Remember, the goal of this podcast is to break down the stigma and normalize these conversations. Your pain is real. Your journey is valid. And you are not alone.